Hi, second graders. We're going to continue reading from Guinea Dog. We are on chapter 12, which is called Recess is a Joke. The adults at school think it's their big gift to us, a time for us to go outdoors and relax and have fun with our friends. Yeah, right. Recess basically lasts the time it takes for a group of school kids to run outside, agree on something fun to do, get started doing it, then have to turn around and go back in. If you're going to have any fun, you've got to be smart, prepared, and organized. And here are some tips. Do the same activity every day. Less time wasted choosing. Pick an activity that requires little or no equipment. Less time spent gathering stuff. If it's a team activity like a sports game or, which for guys it usually is, pick teams when a time is not so crucial, like during class. Continue the games the whole school week so you can come close to kind of finishing maybe a quarter of one by Friday. Make everybody, except Murph, swear to play every day. Otherwise, it messes things up. You can't trust Murphy even if he does say so, so why bother? Some girl walks up and he is bye-bye. Keep playing till one of the recess teachers comes over and tells you personally to go inside. You have earned those extra seconds. They are yours. Fight for them. Anyway, me and some guys had planned a soccer game the day I hid Fido in the bushes. So when the bell for recess rang, we stormed to the ball field. We would have jumped right into it, but a couple of the guys were sick, and they were on the same team, so that meant some trading, which ate up a minute or two, which at recess is like an eon. Finally, the game started, and we were all running around breathing fresh air and actually using our bodies, when this little orange furball streaked across the field and everybody stopped and pointed and laughed and said, "What was that?" It was Fido, of course. Here's how she probably got loose. I forgot to zip my backpack. It was pretty clear what she was doing out there, and it wasn't trying to kick a field goal. She was looking for yours truly, and she spotted him. And she made a beeline for him, and she was making some pretty good time as she cut a path across the field. Let me tell you. I mean, the guys' mouths were all hanging open. Well, that's not so odd, but believe me, they were amazed. "It's a guinea pig?" one of the brighter students said. "No, it's a woodchuck," said someone else. Once again, I was going to have to come up with some big, fat, believable lie or else. And Fido's surprising speed was rushing me, which I did not appreciate. It was no surprise that, in the end, I thought of nothing at all clever or helpful to do or say. I simply turned and ran away. This is my second main strategy after stalling when facing sticky situations. Bolting. Fido let out a bark. Yeah, a bark. A teeny tiny little bark, but it was a bark. Then she kicked into higher gear after me. That's right. Ridiculous. The pet store must have been giving its rodents steroids. I heard the guys behind me laughing their heads off. "Look at that fat rat go!" one screamed. "It's following Roof," one hollered. I ran from the field to the basketball court, and the basketball playing guys followed the soccer playing guys, who followed Fido, who followed me. And I shouted, "Run! Run! Fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the—" Where was that bell? It should have rung eons ago. And through the playground I ran, and all the children stopped their play to watch and smiled with glee, and they joined in the parade. And I scanned the skies for giant inflatable cartoon characters, but it was the wrong city, the wrong month, and the wrong parade for that. This was the first annual Rustbury Spring Recess Parade, with the Grand Marshal Fido starring me, Rufus the Clown. Finally, once every kid at school got a good look at my crazy hyperspeed punk guinea pig chasing me around the school grounds, the bell finally rang. I don't think anyone ever looked into it, but I'm pretty sure it was the longest 15-minute recess in history. The bell had its usual effect. Everybody stopped what they were doing and started shuffling toward the building. I seized the moment and ducked behind a bush. Fido followed me. I picked her up. She was panting heavily, but overall, she seemed happy. She licked my face. I hissed and showed her my fangs. She whimpered. "Back in the bag with you," I said. I dashed from bush to bush till I was back at the one with my backpack under it. As I suspected, it was unzipped. Did I leave it that way, or did Fido know how to unzip? After all, she knew how to do a lot of really strange things. I put her inside and zipped the bag shut. Stay, I said. She whined. Quiet, I added. She stopped whining. I didn't trust that she wouldn't get out again somehow. I considered putting big rocks on the zippered part of the bag, but there weren't any big rocks handy, wouldn't you know it? I thought I could lock the zippers together through the little holes in the zipper pulls, but I didn't have a lock. The backpack came with a little one and a tiny key, but who knows where that went. Then I got the brilliant idea to tie them together. But I didn't have anything to tie with until I looked down. Duh, I saw my shoes. I pulled the laces out of my left one and put it through the eyes of the zipper pulls and tied a good and tight knot. Then I put the bag under the bush and took a really deep breath because I hadn't breathed for a while. Then I ran back to class. Murphy was entertaining everyone with a reenactment of the first annual Rustbury Spring Recess Parade. He played me and used Shireen's orange hat with the chin straps as Fido. He ran around the room dragging the hat behind him, and everybody cracked up. When he saw me, he let go of Shireen's hat and went into this whole mock excited and honored routine, saying, And here he is now, Rufus, the boy who outran a weird rodent thing. Put your hands together for him. Everybody snickered and clapped. Then Miss Sharp walked in behind me, and they all knocked it off. Seats, please, she said, glaring at everyone. I could hear you all the way from the staff room. For your information. I slunk over to my desk. Dimitri scooted his desk over an inch. Lorena, in front of me, turned around. Of all the kids on the playground, why did she choose you, Rufus? She asked. I shrugged. What makes you think it was a she? I asked her. The chapter we will be reading next time is called I Wasn't As Nervous to Go Home That Day. I wonder how Rufus is going to explain himself to all his friends when he had Fido following him around at recess. Find out next time.